Nature's bounty has never been on display so richly as in the New World. This magnificent menagerie of creatures is just waiting to be discovered. Today we look through the eyes of Geratidos. Is this a joke?
Sir, we need you to continue.
This shitty I'm sorry, I can't do this. I came here to talk about proper animals.
Please, sir, if you could sit back down.
I'm leaving.
Sir? No. He's actually just fucking left. Well, shit!
Much better. Today we look through the eyes of Kulu Ya Ku, a curious flail chicken that inhabits the wildspire waste predominantly and spends its time pissing off herbivores. We can tell one is nearby due to the gooey remnants of this egg enjoyed by the carrier ants. We ourselves must take a sample, for it is imperative that we have breakfast. The Kulu Ya Ku located nearby is on a mission. See, the Kulu Ya Ku is an enigma. It is simultaneously one of the most intelligent yet stupid creatures to have been discovered. One cannot tell if it is simply bold or oblivious.
Move, bitch! Get out the way!
Plowing unceremoniously through the herbivores whose young it intends to whisk away in mere moments. You see, Kulu Ya Ku is an ovivore, an egg hunter. It has a specialized beak able to effortlessly penetrate the hard, thick shell, and a long hook-like tongue for lapping up the baby juices. It will nonchalantly stroll into nests ranging from harmless herbivores all the way to the mighty Rathian, depending on how cheeky the little blighter is feeling. Its dexterous, agile arms effortlessly clutch the egg safely, while its muscular, powerful legs allow it to sprint away at high speeds before any angry parents might have something to say. In almost a sense of mockery, it will run straight past the owner of the soon-to-be doomed egg. The herbivores scramble to intervene, but the Kulu Ya Ku is simply too fast, and its thievery in the night is a success. It will retreat to its nest to eat the egg at its leisure and then plan its next move. Strangely enough, though, Kulu Ya Ku is a glutton. Stealing up to 8 eggs a day, it will never fully finish eating any of them. Whether it's simply a moron or doesn't like those weird bits that settle at the bottom of the egg glass, we will never know. One thing for sure is certain: the Kulu Ya Ku is disrespectful as fuck.
I took it and threw it on the ground. I don't need your handouts.
It is an inquisitive creature, with fine motor control and dexterous fingers to put most other monsters to shame. It can often be found raiding hunter camps, looking for trinkets to steal away for its nest. Fortunately, it is easily startled and a coward, and does not pose much of a threat. However...
She fell right over.
However, Kulu Ya Ku can be quite irritating if left unchecked, as they will regularly go out their way to be a dirty little thief, and many people report missing objects mysteriously vanishing in the night. Kulu Ya Ku is normally responsible. It is part of its breeding cycle, as it has a trifecta tactic for attracting a mate. It will line its nest with the stolen goods in order to impress the female. The second of these is his plumage. Initially thought to help scare away predators, new research indicates it is for attracting a mate. The thicker, brighter, and longer, more well-kept plumage, the more chances he has. This is why Kulu Ya Ku grooms himself relentlessly at every opportunity. He never knows when he might be able to get some. Thirdly, then, and most interestingly, female Kulu Ya Ku seem to prefer males that have the largest stones. Yes, the largest stones. One of the most enigma-esque behaviors in the New World is the Kulu Ya Ku's habit of digging up large rocks and storing them in his nest. The Kulu with the largest pile is the Kulu whose genes will most propagate into the next generation. In fact, using hidden cameras and new technology, for the first time ever, we have a glimpse at a male and female Kulu meeting in the wild.
Pick.
Let me smash, please.
No, Ron.
Despite Kulu Ya Ku's seeming intelligence then, it has a few quirky habits. Able to hold its breath for a large amount of time and requiring lots of fluid to maintain its body in the harsh environment in which it lives, it will drink deep from any water sources when it feels safe. There is, however, a slight problem. Kulu Ya Ku, for a reason still unknown to science, sometimes forgets to come up for air. Wait, that sounds like bollocks. Really? He's really not coming up, is he? Kulu? Die for such a fascinating creature, who is definitely 100% dead there. Kulu Ya Ku can thrive in the desert as we've seen, but similarly so can he in the forest. His skin pattern offers little in the way of camouflage here, but the amount of hidey holes, tree trunks, and caves for him to sleuth around in provide many a cover from would-be predators as he goes about his egg-stealing business. Returning to the waste then, Kulu Ya Ku has finished yet another egg hunt. This induces in the Apsaros one of the most fascinating behaviors in the New World. Sensing the loss of their unborn infant, they will ring together and mourn the death, escalating into a sorrowful dance as they each comfort the other. Truly remarkable. The Kulu then has one secret weapon. He can use the aforementioned rocks as rudimentary tools. This ability is unique and uncanny. In fact, it leads the Wyverian Academy to believe that Kulu Ya Ku is amongst the most deep-thinking monsters ever to be recorded. It wields this rock as both sword and shield, holding it out in front of himself to turn blade and claw alike. When threatened by a larger beast, it will leap mightily into the air and come crashing down with a thunderous blow to the opponent's cranium, concussing it long enough for Kulu to run away. For Kulu detests combat. It is aware of its relative frailty to those it shares the ecosystem with, and will attempt at all costs to flee rather than fight. This adaptation to escape is proving effective, as Kulus can be found everywhere in the waste, their population numerous. When backed into a corner and forced to fight for its very life, the attempt is, well, pathetic. It will flail its claws at you, attempt to smash you with its beak, or even throw the rock at you, which admittedly is quite powerful, but easily avoided. In fact, Kulu is so ineffective in battle and so cowardly that you can make it drop its most powerful weapon by simply going, boo! Its attacks then less likely to make you fear and more likely to make you go, oh, look at the Kulu, it's trying. This then is unfortunate, as if you keep pressing the Kulu, you will force it to abandon its home, leap out into the desert proper, and wander where it will surely die of starvation and hunger. Leave Kulus alone. That then is the tale of Kulu Ya Ku, a wily egg thief perfectly suited to hit and run tactics as it goes about its business, and all of this is conclusive proof that Kulu Ya Ku, he's cooler than you, gonna roll up on your nest and do what he does best. Steal your eggs, you're young, your baby's dead, slurp them up, oh that's what he said. Yes, he rocks with his rocks, he rocks the rocks a lot. Hitting your head, doesn't care if you're dead, he'll run away and drown instead.
Oh, Kulu, that was a lot of fun to make, and I hope you, my fellow hunters, enjoyed it. Kulu is honestly fascinating. He has so much charm and personality in everything that he does, from his fights to just ambiently wandering around. He's such a sneaky little cheeky so-and-so, and I just love him, and he works wonderfully as a creature. Obviously one of the easier, more basic small monsters. There's nothing too crazy about him, but he's incredibly solid, has a really carved out niche in the environment that he really exploits, and he's one of the monsters that exceptionally displays how alive he actually is. If you just let him do his thing. He's curious about you, but he's never going to be aggressive. He just wants to be left alone to slurp eggs, and is really that too much to ask? In terms of comparing him to real world animals, there's not really that much in it. He's essentially just Monster Hunter's Oviraptor, which isn't totally accurate, because Oviraptors were a species of raptor discovered, well, multiple species, that were thought to eat eggs, hence the name, but as it turns out, they don't. You see, the first Oviraptor skeleton was found next to a nest, and it was assumed it was raiding it and died in the attempt, but that nest was confirmed to be its own nest. They don't actually have the mouth capable of properly eating eggs, which is why it's nice to see that Kulu is rocking a specially adapted beak for just that purpose. Hell, raiding nests is a very common and popular tactic amongst a lot of animals. There is a snake that exclusively preys on eggs, and it looks fantastic when there's just the ball shape going down its body, and there's even woodpeckers that raid the nest and steal away chicks. Yeah, woodpeckers. They occasionally get quite the bloodlust, but nest baby feeding is a sentence I didn't think I'd say that often in my life, but there we go, is a really efficient way of doing things because they don't really fight back and they don't pose much of a threat. It is kind of sad though, especially when a mama bird gets back to a nest that's been raided and honestly, they don't know what to do. They, for a little while, try and continue looking after nothing, and then will eventually just fly off really confused, never to know what happened to all of her chicks. So, yeah. In terms of his tool usage, which I think is absolutely glorious, look, I know it's just picking up a rock and swinging it, but it's pretty damn close, right? Like, come on. And it is totally unique as to other monsters, straight up, essentially equipping a piece of the environment in order to fight, and holding it up as just a shield is really damn sweet. I love what they've done with this guy. I would adore an arch-tempered Kulu. Like, come on, arch-tempered Kulu! But using tools then is quite the mammalian trait. Obviously we have us, but you got your things like orangutans and chimpanzees. You also do, however, have octopi, which are exceptional tool users, and as I said in my Narcocos lore, very, very intelligent animals. I love. While we're here, let me share my favorite octopus fact. There is a species of octopus that is immune to a certain jellyfish's stings. It will hunt down this jellyfish, rip off the little floaty tendrils that are, you know, part of a jellyfish, you know what I'm talking about, and then it will wield them as whip-like weapons to kill prey by, well, using the jellyfish's own stings. Is that not, like, just Alright, octopus, damn! I think one that might be closest then is the crows. Crows are very good at using implements to get what they want to happen. You see a lot of them with sticks in their mouth trying to jimmy into something, which I think is quite ingenious. Crows are surprisingly intelligent birds, and as Kulu is a bird wyvern, hey! Watch out for crows with rocks. Size-wise, he's very close to an Utahraptor, which are the actual meaty ones. That's kinda that. Monster Hunter's Oviraptor doing a good job, full of personality. He's quirky, right? That's what I'd describe him as, a bit quirky. I thought I'd do one of the lower monsters this time around and see how that went, and I'm quite happy. I'd love some feedback from you guys on, one, the video itself, right? I hope that you like it. It took a long time to make this one. I followed Kulu round like a crazed stalker for longer than I'd care to admit. But at the very least, I want you to have all had a bit of fun with this. So like if you did, share it around again if you did, and subscribe for more. My name has been Josh. I will monster hunt you later. Goodbye.
Rage Gaming with the video float.
But that's all that's really relevant at the mo, but I'm still gonna leave this up so you patrons know that I love you even though the outro's no longer that kind of relevant. But the new one's being worked on and it's gonna be a truly badass song, and don't worry, I won't be doing any rapping on it. I'm gonna go now. This was shit.